I don't know if you remember, but last year, during the worldwide celebration for Frieza and Goku, we were heavily disrespected with this unit right here, Zarbon and Dodoria. This unit was not good whatsoever. I feel like free-to-play units don't have to be obviously supremely OP broken or whatever, right? They don't have to match the power of the most recent Dokkan Fest, but I feel like if you're gonna drop a free-to-play unit, it needs to be at least like one of the better units in the entire game, especially for the celebration that it comes out. So this year we have a new, I guess this isn't necessarily new, it's a new awakening for the old tech cooler, but we also do have the free-to-play Goku and Gohan here. So I'm gonna go ahead and share with you what I want their EZAs to look like. I do believe that when you put out good energy, you know, good hopes into the atmosphere, sometimes those hopes and energy is returned. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you and basically conceptualize what I want to see for these EZAs. I'd love for you to let me know what you think, and of course the best comment under this video, most random comment, will get pinned. So go ahead, have fun with that. And no subscriber challenge today, but I will mention that we are less than 2.4K away from 50,000. So if you want to join the family, want to join the under 50K club, you know what you got to do. Let's hop straight into this video. So first, we have our boy Tech Cooler here. Now, Tech Cooler, I feel like he has a really solid foundation. He already stacks defense. He builds up extra defense from his passive. He has a 2 key and 30% support. He is looking fairly solid. The only issue with this guy is that he does not have the big bad bosses link, which maybe they give him after EZA, but I don't think they're going to do that at all. So we need to give him some type of power to basically counter the fact that he doesn't have big bad bosses, because since he doesn't, are you really going to be utilizing him or running him with other cooler units? Probably not, because again, even though he may support, he's not going to be giving one of the strongest links in the game. So this is how I would want his EZA to look. Still stacking defense. I don't care about his leader skill, doesn't really matter to me, but for his passive, at least I want a minimum of 120% attack and defense out of turn. So basically, you know, a little 40% buff there. And then instead of getting 10% up to 10% defense up to 30%. Instead of that, what I did was 20% defense up to 120%, which of course is a lot of defense. But again, this is a free-to-play unit. The defensive stat is not that crazy here. So 120% here, stacking defense, building up to another 120%. So what if this cooler has 300k defense? This is a free unit. I feel like free-to-play players, when they're joining the game, should have access to a free-to-play character of at least this level, okay? Then he gets 3 key and high chance to perform an additional super attack when facing a super class enemy. Characters that stack and get extra stats per super attack performed need a way to perform additionals, especially when they're tech, because at 55%, again, this is a free-to-play unit, it doesn't really matter, but usually tech units have the free crit from their hidden potential, so you need to actually rainbow them to give them additionals, which again, you want to 100% give this unit additionals here. This defensive stacking is super important. So yes, high chance to additional super, 3 key, and then all Terrify and Conquer category allies 3 key and 40% to attack and defense. Because of how I think good this free-to-play unit would look, I mean, if this was what we got, I would be super happy, and then I would consider running this unit alongside Cooler, because yeah, you know what, maybe there is no big bad bosses being shared, but at least I can super attack 3 times per turn, stacking defense every single time, raising my defense, you know, for my passive a very good amount up to 120%, and I'm also supporting Cooler as well. So again, I think this is what Cooler needs to look like at minimum. And then we have, and also if you think this buff or this change is too drastic compared to what he looks like before, I want you to keep in mind what physical Goku was last year. I mean, for the 6th year anniversary, this guy went from looking this bad, okay, his super attack was literally nothing, giving allies 3 key and then 80% to attack and defense. He went from this to having a permanent high chance to dodge, 120% to attack and defense. So again, a nice 40% buff right there. And this was last year before the 200% meta. He was supporting 3 key, 30% to attack and defense, which is literally what this man has right now, except just 1 less key. So there's no reason why it couldn't be 3 key, 40% to attack and defense. And he was stacking. So he had a massive jump from pre-EZA to post-EZA. So this cooler, with the new meta and how difficult events are now compared to last year, this guy definitely deserves this type of love. Let's move on to the other free-to-play unit here. So the Goku and Gohan unit. Again, this unit needs to be like at least somewhat usable in I would say, I'm not gonna sit here and say red zone, but like, who are you really gonna complain if a free-to-play unit is red zone level? I don't think so. Right now, they only seal super attack, 80% to attack and defense. They have a high chance to dodge for the first few turns, and then it goes away, but they still have a medium chance to dodge after the 6th turn. And then Goku here, he heals, which is really cool. He gets some stats, a little bit of extra stats once he gets hit for a few turns, and then a rare chance to additional super attack. So, I mean, nothing crazy. Now, what I did for this Goku and Gohan, I think I made them definitely a lot better. I made Gohan greatly stack defense before he, switches over to Goku. I feel like really raising defense with, again, the stats as low as this and start of turn stats as low as this, I feel like that's perfectly okay. I didn't give him, any chance to additional, but you can just go full additional for this character. I think would be really good. And then I didn't really change much, I think, here. Yeah, I think I think I left everything else the same, because I mean, it doesn't really matter, right? Greatly stacking defense, I think, would be the highlight for this character. And then I just changed a little bit of the start of turn buff there. And then for Goku's, where I went a little bit, a little bit crazier, if you will. So for Goku, I made him greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn, 59% HP recovery, which is huge, 159% attack and defense. Attack and defense was 59% for 3 turns after receiving an attack. Launches an additional attack that has a medium chance instead of rare chance, it's now medium chance to become a super attack when facing a terrifying conquerors or movie bosses category enemy. So again, nothing crazy here when you compare it to the power that we've been, seeing from these Carnival exclusives or Dual Dokkan Festival units lately. So I would say this is what we need minimum for this Goku, and this is what we need minimum for this cooler. Let me know what you think. Do you somehow think they're too OP? Do you think I could have, given cooler a lot more, or maybe even this Goku and Gohan unit a lot more? Please let me know what you think, or personally let me know, how would you build these free-to-play units? I mean, again, I don't expect them to be the craziest units of all time, but I feel like new free-to-play units, especially during these big celebrations, need to be on par with some of the better free-to-play units in the game. If they're not cracking the top 10 free-to-play units list, I don't think they're doing something right. I love how Dokkan constantly gives out free-to-play unit after free-to-play unit. I love how Dokkan does that, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day when these free-to-play units aren't, again, cracking that top 10, top 5 list, because, again, they're continuing to push out red zone stages. They're continuing to give us SPR, ESPR stages, right? Infant Dragon, like, they're dropping all this difficult content, so if a new player can't come into the game and have access to some top-tier free-to-play units, but at least compete in those, what really is the point? So hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, and peace.